Okay, so we're just going to use algebra now in order to end this. I have no idea why I'm writing in a color like that. Okay, so first thing you do, bracket, which is 25 times 10, so that's 250, plus b equals 250. Now to make b alone, you're going to move whatever is there. And because there's a plus, the opposite of plus is minus on the other side. So 250 minus 250 equals the remaining, which is b. So b in this case is 0, meaning this guy, just to come to your house to paint your house, he's not going to charge you for coming there, okay? Unlike me, who's like a tutor, I'm so savage that I'm actually going to charge you $10 for just driving to your house. So clearly do not hire me. So he's not going to charge you at all, and that means his equation, his little y equals ax plus b that we were trying to solve here, his equation is simply y equals $25 every time I paint an hour plus 0, which is his b. So instead of writing that, it's just 25x. So technically, what does that look like? He is a directly proportional situation, and his graph actually looks like something like starts at 0, 0, because that's where he starts, and he starts climbing, and x is his hours and y is his money. So every hour he works, his money will keep going higher, right? But he's not charging anything for just coming to your house. Okay, so that's how you find the equation of a rule. So first find a, and then you're going to find b by using substitution. Okay, so example number 2, Luke is a member of a tennis club, and he pays an annual membership fee, and he pays an amount to each game played. The following table of values represent the function which associates the number x of the game played per year with the total annual cost y. Okay, so Luke is a member of a tennis club, and he pays an annual membership fee. So he pays a membership fee, and he pays an amount to just for every game he plays. Okay, so here this means that there is an initial value. He starts with just paying a fee. It's like when you're going to a library, they take a fee to just become a member, and then later on you keep paying every time you buy where you rent a book. Okay, so it's a membership fee. So we don't know how much he starts initially, because remember, for initial I should have known for 0 games how much does he make. So I clearly don't know the answer to that. So we're going to find out that initial value. And remember, your initial value is your b. So I don't know what it is yet, but I could find out with all the steps I've learned. So your goal is to find me this equation, and to do that, you're going to do step by step, where you're going to find a first, and then you're going to find me step 2, which is to find the b part, and then we're going to sync these guys and put the equation together. Simple and sweet. Okay, so a is x1, y1, x2, again doing it wrong as always, x2. Why is it like that, guys? Because this is all the x's on top. Okay, so I just keep confusing myself clearly. y2, so y2 minus y1, and x2 minus x1, so that's 440 minus 320, 120 divided by 2, which is 60. So that's your a. And our b, so remember, what is our equation so far? It looks like 60x. So remember, y equals ax. So that's all I found, 60 over here. So rewrite the equation. I have 60x plus some sort of b that I don't know what yet. And I just did this wrong, didn't I? Did I not do this wrong? This should be 10. This should be 12. It's good I'm catching on to my mistakes right now. Okay, so that's 12. Sorry, I've been recording videos for 3 classes, and I think my brain is fried now. Okay, so now we're going to substitute a point. Again, I'm just going to use the first guy. And I have x as 10. And I have y as 320. So 12 times 10 is 120 plus b, and I have a 320 here. I'm going to move this guy over here, and by subtracting 320 minus 120, I'll be left with b. So b is 200. So in this case, our equation is 12x plus the initial value of 200. So over here, it should have been 200 that we don't see in our table, but we were able to use math in order to find it. Now, what is the point of this equation? Clearly, it tells me the formula for this example, that who's this guy? The Luke is a member of this tennis club, and every time he plays a game, so if he plays two games, okay, so for example, let's do this. If he plays for X 2 games, how much does he pay at the end of everything? So he has to give at the beginning of the year $200 no matter what, and for every 2 games he gets charged $12. So 12 times 2, which is 24, plus the membership fee, so he gets charged $224 if he pays 2 games. So our machine, our little calculator here, was able to calculate that, right? Now, but what if I tell you guys at the end he paid $800? So how many games did he play? How do you figure out all this stuff in the middle? So I'm telling you at the end he paid for his fee $800. So I'm giving you a Y, and now I'm telling you to find an X. So I'm asking you to work backwards. So how are we going to do that? Your step 1 is to just write down your equation again. So Y equals 12x plus, what was it, 200. I gave you a Y, and I gave you 800, and I want you to find X. So X is the guy you need to solve. X is yellow, and that means he needs to stand alone on the right side of the equation. So I told you Y is 800, and I'm telling you to find X given Y is 800. So I want you to make, oh my god, clearly it's not working out. I want you to make this alone and move everything away from this. So the first thing we're going to do is move this guy to this side. 800 minus 200 is equal to 12x, and that gives us 600 equals to 12x. Now, anyone know how to divide? Oh my god, I just gave it away. Anyone know how to get rid of everything in order for x to be alone? Now remember, these guys are attached to each other, so if you did not hear what I said before, when they're attached, the opposite of times is actually divide. So x is 50. So what does 50 mean? He needs to play 50 games in order to be charged $800. Okay, so you could work backwards with this formula and try to find, I could even tell you, hey guys, what's happening at $1,200, or what's happening at 50 games. So technically this is like your equation. It's like the identity of this question. It's the formula that generates anything. Okay, and of course it tells you a little about the graph. It tells you that it's positive, and it started somewhere here maybe at 200, and it's going up every time. So for every game he's playing, he's paying a lot to this tennis club. So the tennis club money is going up. Okay, so again, you could do a lot of things. Now I'm going to end this video. Office hours today are actually, I wrote it here, whoopsie. So these are your worksheets that you will be doing today in your workbook. They're written on my website, but the office hours today are from 2 to 3 on Teams. I want everybody to get used to using Teams in order to chat with me, because it's easier, and you could always send me your work and I could even correct it and send it back. So whatever you want, just make sure you do these questions. There might not be enough space in the books, you could always do on a workbook, but again, you might be doing a few drawings and trying to figure out A's and B's, and remember, this is the mother equation that you will be solving almost everywhere. Sometimes the B could be 0, but sometimes it could be a number. Okay, so that's what you're finding out in most of these examples. And remember, office hours 2 to 3 on Teams. So see you guys next week, and I hope you have a great week with some amazing weather.